So the way that you break Varus is by attacking it early so that it can always get attacked later on in the game, right? Because you are a ranged top laner. You have less stats as a ranged, you know. Oh,
probably
or we're
the best
doing
way
this.
to do it, unless you
This
get something really spicy early on here.
Not
Nio
good.
going for an invade onto the red buff of Junja. Now remember, both soul laners for JDG have prio, so Nio's going to have to make this quick. Forces a flash out of Junja, but he's going to follow up with a 3-talent strike. Conquer already procced. One more auto should be enough, and Nio's just going to pick up first blood. A very successful engage, and it needed to happen just like that.
I mean, I'm looking at the lanes, and it's Xiaoxu and Honky with push.
It's just what exactly is Junja going to be able to handle here? As we see Nio going for a lane invade here onto Xiaoxu, and she should be able to do it. A really nice explosive cast. And that's just going to be a kill onto the top lane Varus. Exactly what needs to happen here in this matchup. All of that here for a full combo from Xiaoxu. Going to be worth it here as JDG going to try to take this dragon down. If Junja can smite this, that'll give him level 6. And he'll have an opportunity to match the ulti of Nio, who does not want to engage.
It's not like he flashed and died. Dying's bad. If both happen, that's disaster for your Varus in this matchup. Speaking of
disaster.
Yeah, that's
bit of a misplay here by Feng Yue. He's just going to get fully bursted down, as it will be a 2v2 kill. Maybe another here on to Jachi as well, but he's firing back here until Junja jumps in with the Grand Starfall to make it 2-0 down bottom.
To pressure these side lane turrets, if all the grubs were given over to JDG, it's pretty big. So I sincerely think that if JDG, like if Junja does not ult bot, if they take the 2v2 kill,
you can see him already pretty neutral in this lane. Xiaoxu has actually had to go defensive and pick up a...
Does Gala check this? If they don't get this timer, they're going to be really down. JDG knows that they could be on it, though.
They're on it now. Junja has an opportunity to get in there and smite it away, but it will be secured by TES. Charm goes out, only hitting on the Feng Yue. Nio pops the Crescent Guard and lands the whip, becomes lightning onto Gala. He flashes over the arrow and gets the knock-up to connect. First kill of the fight in favor of Top Esports, and now they're dropping like flies. Jachi is unleashed, but not able to get anything more. And overall, it'll be a 2-for-2 with the Dragon going to top. It's been a great game from Nio so far on this Xin Zhao. Remember, he was on LGD last year, kind of on a lower tier roster, but these are his roots. He started up here in the TES Challenger system before getting loaned out to various other teams. And now returning to the main roster. A lot of doubts about him early on, but he has delivered so far against one of the most hyped up mid-jungle duos that we've had in the LPL in a number of years. And we see him continue to try to push the pace here, allowing for Jachi and 369 to claim their first tower of the game.
Right as it hits 1K, and then watch the flash right over the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. This is really hard to do, guys. This is one of the hardest flashes to make in League. The model is so big that you can oftentimes flash and still get caught by it on the backside. See Cream go down out of a replay. Looks like a nice encore there from Vampire.
They are still behind when it comes to how the mid-game and how this pace is going, as it allows for Junja to now start up the Rift Herald. However, Vampire has been caught out, forced to flash away with the exhaust on top of him, and now both AD carries will be duking it out. Gala flashed away from the W of Nio, and now the focus will go to the Herald. They land the stun in the Chain of Corruption, then the smite goes over to Junja, but now teleports have come in. Cream is in the middle of the pit, and he's doing a ton of damage, able to take down one, but it's a double kill that goes over to Xiaoxu. In the meantime, he gets a triple before dropping, but Cream lands a big shuffle and is able to get 2 back on his own. Gala looking to chase him down, should be able to finish it off, and JDG go 4-for-2 around the Rift Herald. Onto this ranged top laner Varus, and he just jumps in, grabs a triple kill. Basically playing in melee range a lot of the time. It looks like they're going to try and punish him because of that initial fight, and it should be successful as Feng Yue lands that knock-up, and 369 will get his ultimate revenge with the body slam, getting one back.
Small thing there, like from Nio, the E forward to catch the R. You can still move throughout that with Xin Zhao, so I like how he kind of played that to catch it. Was able to get the 3-talent strike off as the arrow goes wide.
Junja pops the Comet Spear and forces the Dragon to pull away from the side of Top Esports. Should be an easy control. However, Nio is running down, and we'll see if they do want to go for the fight. Look at Fung.
He's
on
alley.
the flank, and they have not found the cow just yet. A teleport has already come in, with Xiaoshu looking here for this fight onto Nio. They land a huge root, and he has to flash away already. Jachi is transcended. Fung Yue lands a 3-man knockup, but will it be enough? The Unbreakable Will is on top of him, but Nio's already gone down. Honkyu gets the kill, and Junja's in the middle of anybody, and the Aegis is keeping him alive. It'll be a 1-for-0 so far, but both sides want to back away for now. Xiaoshu goes too far forward, but he's able to snipe him down with the arrow. Gala gets shuffled in, but he takes one down back with him. Cream's able to get a kill, but it will still be 2 players alive on either side.
I think JDG got caught off guard by this re-engage a bit. They were trying to get Honkyu to reset and do this, take the Drake cleanly. Because if Honkyu reset for 3 and got back on the map, Drake would have been theirs, which it is in the end. And JDG are going to really want to stay connected as a 5-stack and have to look out for the displacement tools. Because if Gragas throws out a good cast, if Alistar gets a good headbutt, if Azir gets a good sweep, that's the game over.
Nio has been caught, but look at the explosive cast. It immediately takes down Junja, and the Crescent Guard from Nio is able to keep him alive. Jungler down for JD Gaming, and this is Top Esports' time to strike. Jachi's transcended, forces the flash away from Vampire, and JDG are now on the run with the Barons now spawned at the 22-minute mark.
That is what you were looking for with the cast, with the Gragas that was picked up late. Split up the Seraphine comp, deliver your food straight to you as the Fat Man delivered the Pantheon, and now Siege on the Baron trying to force more of a fight.
JDG are split. Cream with the flash shuffle sends Honkyu to his demise. Jachi gets the kill. Nio is ticking low, and there's still 3 members alive, and they all do a decent chunk of damage. I think that's enough, Cubby, for the Baron to be reset.
Yeah, honestly, good pickup. Honkyu was flashless. Cream had his own, so you can guarantee that trade. But they lost too much health, / JDG was able to stall too much around the Baron. Top Esports made sure of that one. They actually moved the goalposts, you know, Redditor's favorite pastime.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like a lot of people I interact with on Twitter. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Actually getting sent the wrong way. JDG maybe we're trying to send Junja in there as well to take the Baron?
Yeah, they banana comboed the Realm Warp, which is, that's kind of advanced from banana comboing a flash. You really got to commit to that one.
Fung Yue pops the ghost. Ooh, nice flash react from Honkyu. Make sure he does not get knocked up. Chain of Corruption comes out, and the Enchanted Crystal Arrow finds Cream. Encore only onto 1, but Nio does not have the Crescent Guard and will go down to the likes of his opposing jungler. 1-for-0 in favor of JDG. Should be 2 with Fung Yue on the way out of here. Junja picks up the crit, and it's 2 kills for nothing, and Baron on the menu.
That was a great predictive flash from Xiaoshu, and I think that was Top Esports signing up for a fight that they don't want. Talks about Seraphine comps. What do you want? You want to spread out? You want a sustained fight? You take a fight in the middle of mid lane. That's not the spot you want your displacement skills to hit or the AoE abilities you have as top. You're going to try and save this play.
Honkyu fighting a 2v1, has the phase rush to get away. Baron secured by JDG, and now Cream forced to dash forward, shuffles onto 2, but will not find anybody. Honkyu dies on the other side, but Gala is still alive, and there's a ton of damage in favor of JDG. Jachi flashes in, but it is not enough. Baron in the hands of JD Gaming.
I mean, I don't really know what Top Esports are trying to do there. They must have thought that Baron could be the game, just given how they risked 3v5 and the resources that they put into that one.
Just Fung Yue going in for these combos. When they hit, Top Esports wins, but when they don't, they lose, and JDG has made sure that they don't hit.
Attacking the Varus. This is the best way back into the game, probably, for top.
Oh, it's a double TP in from Fung Yue and 369. Xiaoshu able to go golden for a little bit and allow for the rest of his team to ride, but he has already gone down to the likes of Cream. Here comes the Shurima Shuffle. It finds both of the bottom laners, and Top Esports might have found their opportunity. Clask sends Honkyu away. It's a double Q already here for the Azir, and they're going to find Honkyu as well. How did TES get this opportunity? It's a clean ace, and that might just be the game.
How much can they get off this? I'm so surprised that JDG went to help the Varus. That was so much used. They have 3 grubs on this push, Grapes. This actually could be it for top.
They don't have the Baron, but they have those 3 grubs. It's 18 seconds on both Xiaoshu.
I don't think they can end. It's a maybe if they go for it. It's going to be contested.
Inhibitor goes down. This is going to be at 5 seconds here on to Vampire as well. I think the push is just going to be too much. It looked like Top Esports were at their brink, but they pull all the way back win one decisive fight, and we'll take game one of this best of 5 series.
I mean, what a throw from JDG. What a bummer for them. I think that Ashe covers for a lot of the weaknesses in this draft, like the zone control with the slows, the ability to fish for engages with your ult, even the hawk shots where you don't have a tank support or a tank top laner to walk in. You have a way to play out of the Renekton Vi pairings with Talia too with the orange. It's tough, but you have a way to play out of it. That's good defense. Aurora can be slippery in that too. You have a way to play out of the Vi combos if you correctly use Aurora's ult to buffer. I don't want to make myself look too stupid. I can at least say Collector LDR is a choice. I think it has to be versus Triforce. It's more of a choice, but by ignoring that, I don't know the ramifications for either. We can move on.
Time. Like clockwork. It's
Yeah.
5:30, Covey, and that first dragon's been secured. Is he gonna? Oh, I thought he was gonna jump over, try to smite it. Ends up going for the safer option.
Yeah, Bard showing was a lot though.
Alone. Handshake does go wide. Nice usage of the Valkyrie. Vampire's gonna bail out. They're gonna try to get this kill before it expires, but it will not happen. It's a 1-for-1 with first blood going over to the Corki.
If top, yeah, they were smart about that ward that just dropped. They saw a ward go into the brush. They saw 2 members of that lane. They know the jungler's bot, and Nio goes right to the grub, starts hitting himself. So a choice for JDG to drop these and get something not on this timer, but the next one. I'm kind of curious to see. Well, looks like Xiaoxi not opening up with Black Cleaver. He's going to go for more of a damage build. Could be an Eclipse up there. As again, Dragon. These first 2 Drakes, when you have Viquista, if you do not rip these on time and secure them for yourself, your game gets very hard. We'll see what happens from here, though.
I mean, just remembering what happened in game number 1 as we get a Tempered Fate here onto Honkyu. Stun does not connect. Seismic Shove sends Cream back. Wow. And nice escape from Honkyu. Able to survive a 3v1 that Top Esports threw at him. And now Jachi's going to face the same fate. Remember what happened a few minutes ago. No bailout even going to be needed this time as Junja gets the kill and makes it 2-1. And so this goes back to that conversation we were having with the grub take by Top Esports. Is it worth it to fully focus on the bottom lane? It seems like so far it's worked out, but Honkyu going to get re-dove as Nio says, forget me not, I'll be right back here. Takes him down with a Cyclone.
I'm watching Corki's lane be frozen against him, and I just don't see a way where Top can break this on the map. And that has me a bit more concerned.
Anyway, uses the magical journey right into Junja's face. There goes the ulti from Vampire. It forces Cream's flash, and Junja's still going to go forward, but he's going to be taken very low quickly. The bailout, though, saving him for a little bit. Able to get one more Vault Breaker off, and that means that Gala can go wild. Here he flashes, almost finishes off Fengyue with that final spear. But regardless, a good trade overall for JDG. They go 2-for-1.
I know that it didn't necessarily hit on Cream, but forcing the flash out, and in that scenario, in that timer, it's kind of hard to hit Aurora as Renata, and I actually kind of think the hostile takeover is what won them this fight.
Yeah, it started with Fengyue taking that very aggressive magical journey in. Ends up not working very well for TES. What will work well is their objective control around the top side of the map. They're going to claim this Rift Herald, hopefully use that to get a little bit more gold.
Xiaox is here first, and the GP and Top Esports are fighting an uphill battle as Nio's going to be split, maybe?
We've got our top laners duking it out in the mid lane as the Dragon has been started up by TES. Cream dashing forward, uses the weirding dash on out. Ulti's already traded between the top laners, and the Between Worlds is big. Will it be big enough? Xiaoxu just out-duels 369 in the mid lane on his own. The Tempered Fate will buy some time, but it is too little and too late for TES. It is an absolute wipe for JDG as they get 4 kills for none.
I thought the trade of 369 onto Xiaoxu early on was actually quite good in chunking out the Renekton, kiting him out. Yeah, and I mean, it's not letting up. We spent a lot of time talking about
dodge there from Honkyu, able to get away from that initial damage, and Cream's able to whip back and forth with Between Worlds as well. Tempered Fate landing here onto the Talia, but it's only to delay the eventual collapse from JD Gaming because Gall and the Vampire are on the way, and the Weaver's Wall coming out from Honkyu as well. Seismic Shove not connecting, and so JDG will instead turn their sight to the top tier 1.
kind of an equally desperate timer from JDG.
Oh, they're going forward again. They're going to flash away, but in goes the hostile takeover, and whee! There goes Junja onto Fengyue through the magical journey. Gala finishes off one. He's got a double, looking for the third as Cream is not long for this world. as looks like the game ended a little early for our light game. JDG just dominating that fight in the top side.
Oh, that might have been a spoiler for the Queen feed. Oh, that's kind of funny. I mean, this one, after this fight, this is super over. It felt like Top Esports made a desperation play, and then the re-engage was also kind of desperate from JDG. I don't know why they turned it like that. And then Top Esports sealed their own demise by going it again. And you had used the timeline at all in spectate, it would instantly die. And there was an OQ where we were spectating Grapes, and we found that bug a bunch.
Just saying, we've had a lot of experience with it. Not on the LPL though, but we'll see how this one does end up finishing. And it looks like we know the end to this story. It's Gala getting another kill. It is the bot lane tier 2 being opened up. This was about the same area where game 1 ended in the opposite end for Top Esports. This time JDG look like they're in control.
I really feel like things went wrong for Top when they abandoned Jotchi to be Dove twice. Even the 1-for-1, I mean, again, that's where it was more valuable for JDG because the experience was able to go over to Gala, who lived throughout the skirmish. And the wave was set up better for Gala, who lived throughout the skirmish. I think that the heavy mid focus from Top Esports this game, I mean, I can kind of see trying to slow down Hongq, but I think abandoning Jotchi to be Dove twice for that, wrong timers from Feng Yue, which is what got this game, I think, so out of hand so fast in favor of JDG is Top. Okay. Desperation play.
Gonna come in, it's Will Be Cream, goes face first into a 1v5, and in goes the hostile takeover. Jotchi with a self-sabotage onto his jungler. It's a double kill for Gala, a teleport into the base, and JDG looking to control game number 2. And they will do it in emphatic fashion.
I think the last 2 fights that Top Esports opted themselves into to try and bring this one back, I think they deserve to lose in pretty fantastic fashion. As the last 2 fights, not very close, as Top Esports, I think, looks with a little bit more desperation than pre-planning in this game. And JDG gonna put the finishing touches on this one, and even up the series 1-1.
369, the final death. Didn't get an opportunity to do much on his signature champ. A 16-kill lead for JD Gaming as they took advantage and even up our series at 1-1. Junja and Hongq playing together, you know, coming over from CFO, wanting to take down an opponent in Top that they played against at First Stand over a year ago to get to First Stand in 2026.
We've seen them play better faster so far in this series, Grapes. They've been the better early game team. This feels like a draft where they're better set up for the early game, again, which was a real theme in their last draft they had too.
Already having a good play here. Might have an opportunity on the top side of the map too. Xiaoshu doesn't know this is happening.
Yeah, I think he's dead. There's no 6 to get out, even a flash now. I mean, this is well set up by Nio.
Yeah, there's a twisted advance. There is the burn. First blood over to Nio. The reverse caster curse. Talk good about him. Does something good.
This is a great start and setup for Nio. They're going to try and look mid. It is a 6 difference for Hongq, but Nio should be able to deter this. Oh, they're going to go.
Yeah, they're going for a full dive.
Anyway,
they have the Sejuani
permafrost
cross stacks, but the Fate Seal comes out. Cream sends both of them back in. That's Hongq going down. Nio going to follow immediately with a flash of his own because he knows that Junja's on the wrong side of the map already. Uses the blast cone to get away. Will it be an execute? Will it be an escape back? It looks like Junja's going to be able to live unless Nio continues the hunt.
That is...
Spot him right here, and he has the HP advantage at this point. Junja now just looking for an execute. Might be able to get it. Will Nio be able to land anything? Looks like no. So Junja just going to give over the experience here to the Maokai, but that is an advantage nonetheless. His early stages on these Group Nirvana teams and playing on NIP and LGD, and on a top-level team like this, the stakes, the expectation is slightly different. And we have gotten criticisms of Nio's game, and it looks like Junja's going to have some answer towards it as he goes for a dive on the bottom side. Grub's taken, but it will come at the cost of some kills going over in the bottom lane. Gala gets the kill onto Jotchi. They're going to look for Feng Yue on the redive as well. There's the Glacial Prison at perfect timing, and that is the answer that JDG desperately needed.
Executed really cleanly by JDG as they get 2 kills and try to get themselves back into this game.
The gold swung back in favor.
Honestly, if you're a Top Esports fan, that's probably good news.
Yeah, because when games have been going fast, that's what JDG want to do.
Oh,
Looks like they want to
Fungyue.
speed things up a little bit,
Oh,
though,
no.
in the bottom lane. As Fungyue already had used the dredge line, uses one more onto the wall, able to flash away. Will that be enough distance? It looks like it has, and it will be enough for a potential re-engage with this Maokai on the way. Hook goes wide. There
He's trying
comes
to
the
bait.
dredge line back in, and Vampire now going to be in trouble. Gets tagged by the last little kitty cat. Getting rooted up. Will it be for long enough? Twisted advance forward, and Jachi gets the kill. Moonlight Vigil does come out, but the Infernum is not enough to take Nautilus down. Fungyue lives through it all, but we'll see if JDG have a response on the top side. Glacier Prison goes wide, but it should still be enough for 369 to drop.
All right, that was not the best Sejuani but it was a good play. Coming out from top, I really like the bait from Fungyue. I
They're
thought he
going
messed
again.
up the second one.
Do they
Oh
have
my
enough damage
goodness.
at this point? They do, potentially. Gala gets one. Will he have a second? No. Naya will end up surviving.
Yeah, you can see there's an XP lead, though, now for the Ambessa. So between that and Eclipse, we're at the break point where Ambessa's a lot happier, and this bot lane lead, Gala got to reset it. Oh, we're flying an ad as the Drake's taken and the fight breaks out.
Glacier
Great spell
Prison
shield.
does not do much as the Moonlight Vigil goes wide.
Good take there from Joshi. I think taking Cleanse is underrated a lot on Sivir. Not by the pros, but...
Matrix Grass traded here. Mid lane tower almost able to go down, but will be Nio that gets locked up, hooked in by Fungyue as well. Twisted event to keep alive, and he is healing up enough, but now it will be Junja to end up getting that kill. Fungyue dropping Hongchu, able to come online in the mid
tower,
lane.
though.
Cream's gonna get this tower eventually, but how much will it cost TES? They really over-indexed for this one. Cream has the lethal tempo proc. He dashes forward the soul unbound, should be able to take down Vampire, and that will be the sacrifice. The minions end up finishing him off. As we've gotten wild here over these last few minutes, Covey.
Nio can look top. And doesn't need the lamp. Doesn't mean a Rift Herald, as Honky might die because of that. I think Honky's dead, yeah.
What happened here? I
Tower shots.
totally missed this. Tower. God.
Took 2 tower shots, Scrapes.
That was not worth it. Plate
But
for death and Herald.
the first one dragged Nio in. The second one drags his own top laner out. And the whole time, I mean, 369, he somehow escapes the gank. Somehow there's no blood on my screen. And now Vampire flashes in. Okay, that's going to be a kill. Nio's the flash.
Vampire with impact top, mid, and bot everywhere. This guy
Taking Baron?
has come to play,
Do the
and it
Baron.
comes right at the 20-minute mark with the top esports jungler falling. You saw them think about it for just a quick second and then decided we cannot do this right now.
No, they're going to play in the top. I think that you just play for the camps here and play in the Dragon. Instead, they're going to play for... I thought it was Raptors Drake. Maybe they're TPing the dive?
Okay, here they go. Equalizer just to clear the wave out. Already the Zeeks has been popped by Jinja. He'll use the Lantern to get away, so Hongchu just using that teleport.
Yeah, Cream soloing Drake.
Force him away, and Cream's just going to be able to take this one down. They're going to have to redive here for this to be worth it. There's the stolen away Equalizer. They're going to find the hook here on into 369, take him down, so 2 kills in response. Nicely done to save the play for JD Gaming.
Okay, I think what JD Gaming decided in that sequence is that Ocean Drake is not worth the soul this game. We're not playing for bot side because they killed the jungler instantly. It was too early to Baron. Instead, they play for the entire top side. Jungler's back up, but Vampire, another hook.
Vampire just fighting everybody here at this point. Nio has a 4-man Bramble Smash, but not enough damage just yet. This teleport from Cream just a little bit too far forward. Jachi now has to flash away as well, but Gala will follow him to his demise. That is another kill picked up here for JD Gaming as TES are now dropping like flies. Xiaoshu takes down Cream, and the Baron surely will go over to JD this time.
I mean, Vampire deserves so much credit for what he did to Nio in the last 2-minute sequence because Nio was having a great game. You know, Aphelios is very strong, Jinx is strong, you're getting some responses or just some Thresh lanes being played. You're seeing, like, some games you want Thresh on the front line. That's kind of old Thresh. It's far more often now you want him on the back line to play from lanterns like this.
Prison comes out. Nice spell shield here from Jachi, but will not get spell shielded from the depth charge into the public execution combo. That is 2 for nothing already underneath the bot tier 2, but 369 and Cream still have a lot of DPS, and Feng Yue has the engage at his disposal. Gala has some great guns here for wave clearing and continuing the push with the Baron buff only available for 5 more seconds. Vampire does not find the death sentence, and the teleport is on its way, but Top Esports should be able to retreat for now. 20 seconds on Jachi for respawning. Cream trying to take down that ward, but Xiaoshu not going to have any of it.
Thresh really needs to be secondary engaged to function. And I think that the way the Vampire has played this, he's found the main engage scenarios because of how good he is, but playing secondary engaged has been really, really clutch.
See if he can engage here as a Nature's Grasp already coming out here for Nio, and he does take the Dragon. That is soul point secured for top. And remember, there's no more Baron buff available for JD Gaming, so they don't have any extra stats. They're just going to have to walk away with this one.
Could be a big ward later for Top Esports if they want to sit up, even just break the push that JDG is setting up now. I don't think we're going to see any TP cast before Dragon's under a minute. That way the kills have consequences for that objective, but I would not be surprised if we see 369 make his way to that ward here pretty shortly.
Right now we have JDG pushing in 2 lanes at the same time. 369 opting to be on the opposite side of the map, take a tier 2 turret, get a little bit of gold, but he's going to have to get back to base quickly, otherwise the push will just continue. He's going to actually use his teleport before the tower falls, but Jachi has already been targeted, has to flash away, and already has used his spell shield. 369 has arrived. Equalizer still not utilized just yet, and Honky is being taken low. A really nice Rumble ulti could be the signal for Top Esports to go in. Cream will find the 80 carry and take him down, and this is a massive fight here for top. Second time's the charm. JDG with the Baron will lose another team fight.
Junji is going in, and they set up for a nice equalizer there. After that term was already used, you had Gala burn flash to get out of the dredge line, still eats the fate sealed, and that seals the fate.
Push this wave out, and now JDG are going to go because Gala has that caliber, and that's going to be very important.
He's green, white. White's great for taking Baron. Might want purple for these fights and control. They're going to try and melt it, though. Nio can get in.
We're already getting burned down. Nio steals the Baron. A tremendous takeaway here for the Top Esports jungler, and here comes the team fight. Xiaochu goes forward, but Jachi will spell shield the ultimate, and they're dropping like flies. A double kill in for the Sivir, and that's going to make it a third. Gala on the run. Vampire trying to delay the inevitable. Gala doing a lot of damage back onto Cream, but not nearly enough to take him down. 369 overheated, able to get a double kill, and that should do it. Off the back of Nio, Top Esports going to push to match point.
I mean, I think there's a real argument that you could have said JDG 3-0'd this series, but it's 2-1. Top Esports, they did a really nice job of turning this game around off of a Nexus fight that should not have been taken by JDG. Top Esports has played a couple of these late game team fights very well, Grapes, and it's gotten them a lead in this series.
Doesn't matter how many Barons you take, whoever takes the last one, who ends up taking the Nexus. And that is exactly what Top Esports has done for the second time today.
It's a happy
and
Nio.
they're one matchup away for that upper semifinals. Not able to seal the deal. JD Gaming just comes so close as we get another LPL gold graph in the bottom left of your screen here.
That's a special one.
Hey, Top Esports able to deliver in the moments.
And Jace E as guaranteed hard CC. Like, that's not even lockdown. Like, Karma W and Victor W is conditional. I don't like that. Definitely still feel that way at the moment that Gala and Vampire have gotten the best of their opponents.
Oh, there's that gank we were talking about. Just coming a little bit later in 369. Think he knows he is toast. Gonna wait for that Q3 to come through. Instead, the flag and drag going to be baited. 369 is buying some time, but will eat the Intofo strike for first blood. JDG get on the board first.
Yeah, he gave the kill over to Xiaoxi too. You can already see that looks like Xiaoxi's going to be doing that. It's good tech in this matchup where, of course, against Jace, you're facing a lot of AD damage early and no Black Cleaver. On Q solo.
Trouble bubble, yes, that's enough. Oh, the sleep damage.
And naturally, this has to be a JDG win to get us to 5. And then game 5 it's like the last 5 minutes of an NBA game. You know, like that's when we really figure out what happens. Yeah.
Now bot lane dive is coming through. Nice bubble actually landing from Vampire. They're taking a lot of damage under the tower. Josh is going to flash away. He will go down. And Gala ends up getting 2. Fungyue should be able to finish this one off with that final inner flame and will get out with his life. But overall, you're going to be happy about this if you're JDG with Hongq finishing off a 3rd kill.
3 flashes to celebrate too, but a beautiful double bubble found. Who kept it? Well, what that scenario was, as we do see Xiaoshu takes a chunk play on a 369 who is flashless now. He's getting doped.
The ulti can come out for Xiaoshu here. Not going to need it. There's the flag and drag. Knockup secured. And Xiaoshu is now 2-0. Don't get your hopes up though. We've seen these situations.
It's a
maybe
bad
not
sign.
work out yet. More work to be done. Job not finished, as Kobe would say. As in goes the Cataclysm from Junja. They're going to find another knockup. Barrier used from Jachi to keep himself alive for a little bit longer, but just delaying the eventual kill. Gala gets number 2.
By Xiaoshu gets the knockup and will be the first dragon given. And likely here, the grub's taken in a sec by JDG.
Hongq going for Rome as well. They've really made 369 a target early on in this game, making sure no snowball can happen. Steam Trouble going to connect, and it's going to time up beautifully with the rest of the damage. 369 with 1 more auto will drop once more. Xiaoshu up to 3-0. He's on a killing spree.
As 369 is sadly rolling 3s in the spot of the scoreline. You would not like to roll a 3 in this early.
Absolutely. And we're going to get another play here from Junja on to Cream. Not having a flash is a death sentence against a Jarvan. And Hongq has gone up to 3-0. This game's gotten out of hand way too quick.
Yeah, so this is part of why I wasn't really a fan of the...
Oh, you're in a lot of trouble, my friend. As Gala's going to at least get this one plate, maybe some more. Here comes Junja into the mid lane. Flash, flag, and drag into the Cataclysm. Onto Naya will take him down. And it's all JDG here in this game 4. They want this game 5, and they want it now.
I mean, we saw top try to make a play in the last couple of minutes to pretty much take HP away from Hongq mid, and then they still get dunked.
Oh!
And Hongq still dunks Cream.
We've seen actually a fair amount of Zoe, I feel like, here in the LPL. I mean, Angel whipped it out a little bit earlier this season. Icing up a little bit more priority. Being able to provide a lot of dueling power. Speaking of dueling,
That's
they're going to try to do some
guaranteed play.
dueling on the Gala. Barrier not enough. And a big shutdown picked up here for Jachi. Desperately needed here for TS, and they've already utilized a lot of resources. And in comes Hongq and the rest of JDG. Throws out the Paddle Star. They decide that shall be all.
Even if you don't agree with a 3-0 for JDG, we can all agree it should be a 2-1 for JDG, right? I should have won that. I should have won that game 3. That's anyone that thinks they should have lost that game. That's tinfoil hat category. You know, we can talk about game 1. Game 3, I gotta give him the right of that one. Oh, they did take Cream's flash, lower third there. To Cream is flashless. That is significant on the victor. That said, Hongq is gonna be lifeless.
In a 1v3, he's gonna be dead. Taken down. 369 should get the kill. At 840 gold, step 1 in what could be a big comeback once again. That is a big kill. Beautifully combined in terms of those ultis from both Gala and Vampire. It's not enough to take anybody down, with JDG opting instead to take the Rift Herald up on the top side of the map. Hoping that Gala steps a little too far forward. Looks like instead they're going to take the reset. Wisely so. Make sure that they maintain the lead that they already have at about 3.5k.
And it's going to be a tough scenario for top.
How bad do they want to defend this? You can see that Lucian Nami damage just being so devastating for Jachi. Takes 1 auto and nearly 30% of his health is gone. That will be the mid lane tier 1 going down, as JDG have now cleared out the outer ring.
It looks like observing is a little bit funky right now. We've got the main overlay up with the backup overlay, and the camera didn't spot the Drake going on until this one is... Might be putting out some fires in their side. Fortunately, we've got
a struggle that I mean, wow. I mean, Cream has Cream CS? That's... I've never thought of that. Okay.
What do 210 creams mean?
Got a root here into the True Shot Barrage as JDG's bot lane might have gone a little too far forward. In goes HonkQ though to make sure that it will not be any of his friends going down. Maybe just him though as Jotchi flashes forward and makes it a 1-for-1. In goes 369. They go underneath the tier 1 turret. They'll be able to take it down as well as a double kill's already been picked up from Nio, who was just wreaking havoc in the mid lane. It's a double kill for the Lee Sin and 4 members of JDG just dropped. Now the poke wars can begin from JD Gaming as well. Top Esports have themselves the death rush here with Jotchi and Feng Yue throwing out mystic shots, waiting for this dragon to spawn. HonkQ throwing out another bubble. It will connect onto the Lee Sin. Nio going to be able to survive it though as here comes that tidal wave. Not going to find a single target. These two teams dancing mercilessly, waiting for the other team to make an error. It'll be JDG starting up this dragon right now. HonkQ chunking Jotchi down very low. The empowered shield will keep Jotchi alive and allow for JD Gaming to take their 3rd dragon of the game. It's going to be a very useful item for Gala, especially if he can get onto a priority target. We see Junja caught out here by Nio, but very confidently standing next to the wall. But HonkQ is not so lucky. He's taken down by Jotchi, as it will be Nio who has found his moment. He'll be taken down, but Junja will fall as well. It's both junglers and HonkQ dead, as it's a 2-for-1 for TES. That is a big cooldown from Junja as the dragon is about to spawn.
HonkQ can get some of those summer spells. That is quite nice. Yeah.
Flash, bubble not going to connect, and now the Arcane Storm going to rain it down. True Shot Barrage doing a lot of poke damage as well, and Gala is already out of the fight. Nio dashing forward with that resonating strike as the Sleeping Cover Bubble lands here on to Jotchi, and he's slept up like he's Snow White and taken down. Junja on the backside of things will be traded, but look at the health bars.
What?
They are so low on both sides. HonkQ dashes forward and gets Feng Yue, but now with that 1 HP, he goes for another at the slimmest of margins. HonkQ and JDG come up clutch. It's Cream in a 1v4. The health bar still very, very low on JD Gaming's side, but not on Gala. One more double shot should do it as Cream is running for the hills, and he won't be running for much longer. It's an ace picked up for JDG.
I think they've got to take the dragon. They've got the time to do so. That is soul for them. Frankly, I mean, I didn't think JDG played this fight super well.
What you need to do on a Zoe, locked it in, blind, had confidence in the pick, and it's paying off so far. 3,000 gold still ahead of Cream. And the rest of JDG now back in an advantageous position. They're fighting around the mid lane right now, waiting for an engage, and there they go. It is Junja with a Cataclysm, locking up the backline. Cream forcing to use the Allograph, but Feng Yue is already dead. Xiaoshu all out, on to the mid laner up top, and he has gone down. But on the backside, it is going to be 369, still taking a lot of damage. That bubble just hurts too damn much. It's another kill going over to HonkQ as he goes to 8-3.
They kind of have to accept whatever happens this game against JDG, and JDG played well enough where they can finish this game from start to finish. So JDG, we move on to the 3.5 to 0.5 territory. If they can find this win.
Wave is getting chunked out here. True Shot Barrage actually going to finish off the last of these minions. So the wave finally coming through. Feng Yue has arrived. Nio taken dangerously low. Jotchi doing his best to try to save this game, but it will not happen. The Nexus is exposed, and our first series of the LPL playoffs is going the distance.
Welcome to the LPL, man. We shrug and end up in Game 5. Has found ways to lose a couple of the games in here.
Take a look at another just beautiful LPL gold graph. As for a second we thought maybe Top Esports gonna come back. They had that very successful fight around the mid lane.
And for me, like being able to play quickly with Qiyana Ahri, I mean, these are real snap engage timers and combos. I think that tops engage in timers and combos just get easier as this game goes on. Yeah. Probably. I mean, this is the last 5 minutes of the NBA game, so we're going to play for real.
Yeah.
As
Nio. He hits level 6 and comes in immediately with that paranoia. Junja at very low HP, and there goes Cream with the perfect execution to pick up first blood for Top Esports.
I mean, again, these are the consequences of Nio getting a part of the Raptor camp away from Qiyana, and then Qiyana not being ramped in this matchup. Like, again, after the first crab was taken by Qiyana, there was a real world where Junja could have like taken 2 crabs, might have been able to deny the wraps, could have taken camps and outclear the Nocturne, but no. That time wasn't spent well, and now Nio is answering back in full force.
Xiaoshu, he couldn't get the ward hop in time, and Nio L369 will take him down, going from mid straight to top lane and having effect in both sides.
And Yumi's going to show herself on the top side. I don't think Nayo's going to be able to pull the trigger. He did just get access to his paranoia up again, but they are behind on the grub control, and they do not want to fight a Rakan at 6, and I do not blame them for that.
Find that one kill. Now working for the first dragon. Jacci and Fengyue here first. They should be able to pick this one up. We see a teleport up to the top side of the map for Vampire, who utilizes the unsealed spellbook. They're going to look for a trade onto 369, who has recently gone mini and should be very vulnerable here. He flashes away from the initial grand entrance, but gets moved right back into the wall with the supreme display of talent, and it should be all too easy for Junja to secure 300.
Or Cream on the Sakali, and hopefully get Gunblade and get playing that timer. As Cream Sakali, it is deserving of every bit of praise it gets and more. He is really, really, really good in this champion.
Yes, absolutely. But so is potentially Gala here on this Xayah. He has to flash away. The paranoia, though, he's going to follow him all the way in. The Brood Caller at the perfect time will make sure it's a one-for-one trade. And in comes Hongq with the Ahri. Spirit Rush forward. Jacci, can he get to the wall in time? No, it'll be another kill, as well as Fengyue likely dropping. The 2-for-1 combo will go the way of Junja as he evens up that kill down in the bottom lane and makes it 4-3 for JDG.
I think that's the kind of stuff that you need to look for sometimes in games where you're playing from behind or from being down, which they're down in draft early, what we talked about in this game. 369's ditching the wave.
They're fully committing here. Yeah, onto Xiaoshu they go. It will be enough. Jacci able to finish off that kill. So it looked a little bit dicey at the start. Maybe that trigger should have been pulled a little bit earlier. And we'll see if that ends up being beneficial as the game progresses. Rift Trail started, likely taken here by JDG.
Xiaoshu being behind this timer is a big deal. And TP was burned by the Jax to go bot, so he can't interact with this fight if a fight does break out.
Now we have brought back to the bottom side of the map. Top Esports have started up this Hemtech Dragon, and the paranoia has been issued, but Junja is able to get over the wall and almost steal it away, but no, it will be TS to secure the Drake. Top laners fighting on the bottom side of your screen. Niall living for a lot longer than he maybe should have because of the Yuumi, but 369's dealing, 369's wailing, and 369 is in Meganar and stunned up Gala. That is a dead AD carry for JDG, and Hongq and Xiaoshu have to do the rest of the work. Double kill already here for the Gnar, but he's approaching mini once again and will back on out. Top Esports get the Dragon, and they end up winning the fight.
Yeah, it took too long to kill Nocturne, and I'm curious how the Smite battle went down the way it did, because I saw Dragon hit 1 HP there for a second. Is quite nice for protecting yourself against the Nocturne.
And another tower taken here on the top side. So that's 3 turrets, 2-0 in favor of JDG, so they take it back. Oh, he still has another Spirit Rush proc. Oh, he lands the Charm, but it will get Mikhail's by Fengyue. Vampire doesn't care, though. They still want to go in because Junja is here, and he displays his talents supremely, taking the Zeri down. 369 is mega, but he'll have to hop back over the wall, and JD Gaming find another pick.
All right, Junja trying to make his mark, get felt in this series before it wraps up. That was a big play.
Ends up being a big difference for Top Esports, helping them delay this game out a little bit, or if they just want to fight for it and secure a soul point. It looks like TS is opting for the latter at this point. We have the Dragon at 2,000 HP, Charm already connecting onto Nio. He dashes in looking for the smite, but no, it will be JDG to secure the Drake and perhaps the fight after that. Gala, though, taken very low as Cream is going to find the kill onto the marksman, looking for Hongq as well, but he'll be able to dash away with the Spirit Rush. Xiaoshu in the meanwhile in a 1v4, able to get 369, but will drop in response. Jacci gets the gold. It's another 2 for 3, this time in favor of TS.
Wasn't enough to really make a big dent in this game, and another play is coming down to the Jacci, and he looks dead.
There's 2 towers that he would have to run under that do not exist anymore. And Hongq able to get this one, 369. He gets charmed as soon as the TP comes through. Still in Meganar form, so rather healthy. And in goes Nile. Cream doing a ton of damage already. The second proc in the perfect execution should be able to take down Vampire. And it will be overall just those 2 kills. Looking for more, though, as he uses the R2 to back away. Hongq no longer having that Spirit Rush means that he will not be able to follow the chase. Oh.
Other guy one shot.
Yep.
All right.
Good luck in Esports, buddy. See ya.
Well played, Junja.
especially with that lightning crash, unlocking the empowered crits that his items do provide. Teleport coming into the backline. They don't know that this flank is happening. Here goes Xiaoxu, but here goes the rest of TES. Yes, they're diving straight in, but Nayo's already gone down. Cream stuck in the Shroud, but he's in a 1v4. Will he be able to find a way out of this? I don't think so, as HonkQ dashes forward and takes the Akali down. A 2-for-0 in favor of JDG. They should be able to go for the Dragon, or maybe more. Oh, they go into Jauchi right now. Lightning crashes pop. Oh, Jauchi is stealing, but he's not going to be able to be stopped by Xiaoxu. The counter-strike finds its mark, and that's another kill over to JDG.
They're going to have to heal Gala throughout this Baron take if they want to do it. He's a little bit low. They have the quills. They have the plans to try and do it. That was a wild start to the fight.
Or will those demons finally be conquered and JDG able to lift themselves to a series win? They have the empowered minions for another minute and 50 seconds. We see a teleport coming in from 369. He wants to join the rest of his team around this bottom lane tier 2. In goes Nayo with the paranoia, but he's already taken very low enough to flash away Supreme Space Talon. And Cream is down! Junja picks up the gold, and now HonkQ is able to dish out some more damage on Nayo. It's a double kill for the Ahri, looking for a third. Gala's taken down Jauchi, and that just might about do it. 4 kills for nothing for JDG, and they're pushing down the mid lane.
Top Esports, this was a close series on paper. It's going to feel like one that JDG should have put away earlier, but this was a solid Game 5 win for them. And I think, again, JDG drafting to play fast in playoffs and play fast through their LCP mid-jungle duo, and it's working.
369 is shut down. The Nexus Towers are the only thing standing between JDG and that Game 5 victory. What a way to open up the LPL playoffs.
It is, and honestly for JDG, I mean, I think overall they played pretty good today. They didn't convert a couple of the leads they had, and that's why this series went to 5, but I have to look at other positives for this team, man.